On-A Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again, eluding the pressure right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Ravens nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Good for a Baltimore Raven. First and 10 at the 42.
Right back to Dobbins on first. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Mariota. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Mariota. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And he'll find Moreau here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's good.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Jackson on first down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past across the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jackson flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play action now. Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Now he'll pull it down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there. Get the football back. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, Mariota. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season. In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head. So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback. Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Richard Sherman. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Operating from the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson, flush to his right. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, They went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson flushed out right.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And 6 yards to go.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's fourth.
It's fourth down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Steps away to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here. Fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Forced out to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
And the Raider first down.
They'll throw again. Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To the air again, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Number 11,
Henry Ruggs. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Raiders 21, Ravens 7. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Jackson on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Jackson to throw on third down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on fourth down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on fourth down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First down, Raiders.
Mariota on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'm guaranteed.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Going deep here for Watkins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Running is Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 49.
Here's Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Raider D, they get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down to the...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
To try again after the sack. Mariota, and this is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over.
23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Jackson on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Baltimore Raven. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. They give him a gain of 37. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Operating from the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
For the extra point.
This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play fake. Mariota. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw Mariota. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And now here is another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
23 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. To throw again is Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Baltimore Ravens.
Jackson will throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up
at the 29 now. They'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Mariota here to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. What a throw right there for the 1st down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down.
Mariota again. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. So the PAT is good. They get the touchdown, the point after, but a little consequence in the ending as this one's now over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Las Vegas, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.